योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार। जय गुरु राय योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार। जय गुरु राय योगी राम सूरत कुमार, राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार। जय गुरु राय योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार। जय गुरु राय योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार। जय गुरु राय योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार। जय गुरु राय राम 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 योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार। जय गुरु राय योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार। जय गुरु राय राम 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 योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार। जय गुरु राय योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी Rama योगी राम सूरत कुमार जय गुरु राया योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार जय गुरु राया योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार जय गुरु राया योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार जय गुरु राया राम 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 योगी राम सूरत कुमार जय गुरु राया योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार जय गुरु राया योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार जय गुरु राया योगी राम सूरत कुमार जय गुरु राया योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार जय गुरु राया योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार जय गुरु राया राम राम योगी राम सूरत कुमार जय गुरु राया योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार जय गुरु राया योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार जय गुरु राया योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम Suratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama Rama Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama Rama Ram Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama Rama Ram Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama 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 योगीनाथ रघुकुमार जय गुरु राया राम 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 योगीनाथ रघुकुमार योगीनाथ रघुकुमार योगीनाथ रघुकुमार जय गुरु राया योगीनाथ योगीनाथ रघुमा जय गुरु राया योगीनाथ रघुमा योगीनाथ रघुमा योगीनाथ रघुमा जय गुरु राया राम 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 Ram 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 भगवान श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। सर्वं योगी राम सूरत कुमारार्पणमस्तु। Another day filled with our gratitude towards our compassionate, generous Yogi Ram Surat Kumar for giving us this fortune of singing his name together in his powerful shrine. We shall see once again the glory of the Nama. Bhagavan always said God is the goal of life. To attain God is not in our hands, but to remember God is. And how to remember God when you are so busy with life, earning money, and with 100 problems to deal with every day? The easiest and the highest prescription is the Nama. Nama and Nami are one and the same. All the power of the Nami, all the grace of the Nami are in the Nama. We shall see one more incident where how this Nama came to the rescue of a devotee. Yesterday evening, there was a lady here from Chennai with her husband. She narrated a wonderful story, and with so much feeling that she was crying. She said she has been in touch with Bhagavan's Nama for the past 5 years, and so many things have happened again and again to prove its glory, but the most recent one she wanted to share with us. She said some 50 days back, she and her husband were attending a function in Chennai. The function took place on the first floor. It was a Brahmin function, and she, being a Brahmin, had to wear 9-yard sari. After the function, the main part of it was over, people were very busy with something or the other. There were about 100 people there, and she came down quietly to a room downstairs, the ground floor, to change her sari from the 9 yards to 6 yards. She found a room with a door, so she went inside and then locked it. She said it was a very big door, a tall one and heavy. But she didn't mind because she was going to spend only a few minutes there. But she had, unfortunately, a phobia, what we call the claustrophobia, the fear of closed spaces. Now, she suddenly found it was a closed space. After she finished wearing the sari, she very hastily tried to open the door. Already, she felt this fear closing in on her, and her body began to tremble. She felt dizzy, and she was seized with a fear of death. She tried to open the knob once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5th time. Every time she found it very, very difficult. It was increasingly difficult because she was losing her strength. The fear had taken over completely, and the body was trembling, and she was about to faint, and there was hardly any strength in her hand, and she was trying desperately. She could not call out anybody because she had no phone with her, and what was more, her husband had switched off his phone and he was upstairs, and even if she shouted from the closest space, there was nobody to hear. Now she was really in a fix, and she didn't know what to do. And suddenly she remembered Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar. Even as she was fainting, hands trembling, the fear gripping her, she began to chant, Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar, Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar, Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar, Yogi Ram. She says, at the third nama, she had hardly any strength, but chanting the name, she put a trembling finger on the knob, and suddenly it opened, and so easily. She didn't expect it, but she knew instantly it was Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar. As long as she didn't chant the name, it was a struggle for life. She was slowly losing her consciousness, she was about to faint, and there was nothing she could possibly do except trying again and again and again. She did several times. And now the magic glory of the name, the minute she began to chant, even with a trembling hand, she says, I remember just touching the knob and it opened, and so easily. So as she was saying it, she was overwhelmed and she began to cry. She said, Swami saved me from a certain death. It seems like a very simple incident, yet just imagine her condition then, so desperate to reach out to people, to come out. The phobia had taken her in all its hard grip, iron grip, and she had no escape. She thought her story was over, and even if she fainted or died there, she had no idea when anybody would come and open the door. But the name Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar came to her rescue, and then the magic happened. She said, so many impossibles have been made possible by the name, by our Bhagwan Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar in my life. But this I could never forget because I was struggling for life. I never thought I would come out. How did the name come to my memory at all? I had forgotten completely, busy with the struggle, busy with the fear, and then suddenly this name leapt into her mind. That was huge grace, because she was chanting and chanting. Those 5 years she had chanted so much, though she did not remember when the fear gripped her, it came to her rescue in time and helped her out. Now it seems to me many of us have many phobias, not just claustrophobia. When life, with all its problems, closes in on us, you feel you cannot move even a millimeter on any side without dashing against something or somebody. We are right in the grip of a fear, and now we know what to do. We are surrounded by ever-rising waves of problems for which we cannot find solutions. The only way out is Nama, the glorious Nama, the mantra given by our Bhagwan, Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar. Because the minute you chant, he is present. He is vibrantly present. You may not be aware of it, but he is aware. You have woken him up. You have invoked his grace, and then the grace would set to work. So this we should remember. People who have been surrounded by problems and problems and problems all around, all the time. You feel stifled. You feel breathless. And that's when we should know and seek the grace of Bhagavan by chanting His name. Just call out, scream. Scream out His name and see what happens. Especially when we are desperate. We put our entire being into a single nama. I've heard people say that one nama will do, even to give life to a dead body. I used to think, how is it possible? But when somebody is desperate, screaming, calling out, struggling for life, we put our entire being into it. And then one nama does the wonder. Immediate is the help from the divine. So let's remember this. And even if our chanting lacks quality, let us increase the quantity to make up for it. We shall now offer our today's prayer at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. And let's start begging, as we have always been begging. We are begging the great beggar, the divine giver, Bhagavan. We have faith, unshakable faith, that any prayer that we make to you in this powerful shrine, you hear it, and one day or the other it would come true, and that sooner than later. We beg you again and again and again, a million times, for your immediate divine intervention to bring forth a dharmic normalcy to the world in all aspects of life. As we have been seeing every day, the newspaper gives all the bad news, so much of violence between man and man, growing enmity between groups and groups, and war between countries, killer competitions, and above all, the unexpected violence of nature, forest fire, flash floods, earthquakes, and whatnot. Bhagavan, we beg you again and again to uproot all the negativities of the human mind which are responsible for this world. We also beg you to bring in peace, harmony, mutual help and understanding, and healthy competition, and above all, the nature under control. Only you can do it. We also beg you to reach out to all those people who have been struggling in some way or the other, caught by the circumstances, unable to get help or protection. We beg you to do the needful for them. We also beg you to help and protect all those unselfish people who have been working hard for the sake of the others. Please save them from aspersion cast by evil elements. And Bhagavan, we also beg you to promote the economy of our country and help all those steps taken towards its development. We also beg you and pray in all earnestness and sincerity to chant your name ceaselessly. Your name, your powerful, auspicious, divine name, which brings in help, guidance and protection immediately. And the unbroken remembrance of your Leelas, which keeps us away from Maya. We also beg you to bless us to be sattvic instruments in your hands, so that we could run our everyday life as an offering to you. And Bhagavan, we beg you to bless us not to be caught by the temptations of Maya. We also seek that ultimate, supreme state of being, that supreme bliss, independent of anything or anyone. But then we need to be purified. We take refuge in your Nama chanting, ceaseless Nama chanting, and the joy of doing your service without grumbling, jealousy or competition. The spirit of surrender to you and the practice of acceptance of whatever life brings to us, be it a joy or sorrow, coming straight from you by your divine will, has to be a definite blessing. And of course, Bhagavan, you have said, whatever happens, happens by the will of God. Whatever happens is necessary for our spiritual growth. And whatever happens is grace. Then we will be able to detect your living, vibrant presence everywhere in everything. Bhagavan, please bless us to know that it is your will that's behind all the happenings of the world. Your grand plan is at work. And above all, and most importantly, please bless us to find that hidden grace even in the most ruinous sufferings of life, which is the saving grace of our life. When we are caught, like the one who was in the close to space and fearing death, we are often stifled by the problems of life, and it is crisis after crisis sometimes that we begin to wonder why God would single us out for this kind of disastrous suffering. And then we start to blame God and everyone else for our own failure. But the generous and compassionate Bhagavan puts blessing even in that suffering that would pull us towards Him, and He, out of His grace, would convert all the difficulties into blessings. Bhagavan, please bless us to be grateful to you even for the adversities of life. And we seek your powerful blessings for all the species of the cosmos, in whatever state of being they are, in whatever state of misery they are, to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we who have been seeking only solutions for our daily problems, now we seek dissolution in you. We seek liberation, enlightenment from the vicious cycle of births and deaths, for which we need to be free from this limited identity with the body, from the tyranny of ego. Bhagavan, please bless us with that immortal life, eternal living in you, and eternal servitude to you, that eternal supreme power. Jai Yogiram Sarit Kumar.